Good morning guys, Namaste. So we are going to work on a gentle morning flow this morning. So whether this be morning or evening, middle afternoon, this is just a gentle stretchy flow. So if you're feeling just a bit tired, your body just feels like it needs a little bit of just attention, this is a really good flow for you to do. And also if you're new to yoga and you don't want to go full power straight away, then this is ideal. Just to sort of bring you in to a gentle flow with the breath. So before we get started with any movement, I'm just going to take a moment to just connect with our breath, connect with the space, and just notice how you feel. So bring yourself into a comfortable seated position. You can lay if you prefer to lay at this point, but I encourage you to just try a seated position, especially if you're new to yoga. Simply sitting in this position with your legs crossed in Sukhasana, and I have to remind myself of this all the time, it's a challenge. It took me a long time to be able to sit like this for long without any back pain. So if you find the back pain creeping in, it's perfectly normal. It just takes, as anything in yoga, it takes practice. So if seated like this is already a struggle, you can bring a rolled up blanket underneath you, or a block if you have a yoga block, and just pop it underneath your hips, and it gently lifts the hips and also allows the knees to drop. So if you're finding pain in your knees in this position, this will help you. Also, you can place blocks, books, cushions under the knees, just to take any gravity away from pulling and again kind of becoming a bit of a distraction. So take a few moments to get comfortable. The legs don't have to be crossed, they can be out in front, whatever is better for you. When you are there, just close the eyes, and if closing the eyes is a struggle, just take the eyes down, taking the gaze down to the floor, trying to find a bit of a glaze in the eyes. So we're then going to take a few moments to gently slow the breath down, just bring ourselves into the moment. Allow the hands to gently rest either in the lap or on the knees. Become aware of your hand gesture, so whether the palms be up, down, in a mudra, whatever your body's fallen into, just become aware. Start to slow the breath down, taking a few deeper inhales, deeper exhales. Noticing the contact points between your sit bones and the ground. Feeling a gentle lift in the spine. Try not to allow the shoulders to round forward, so really open out through the chest, but also create a softening in the shoulders, in the body. So although we try to gain a bit of a lift in the spine, try not to also create tension by doing that. So you want to slowly and gently lift. Imagine a piece of string on the top of your head, slowly pulling you up. And then feel that grounding sensation. So you've got two opposing forces, the lift and the grounding. So you want to find a balance and equality between those two forces. Rather than just kind of lift, that will create tension. You want to then ground and soften. So try, spend a few minutes just doing that. So as you inhale, find the lift. And as you exhale, feel the grounding. Trying to find that gentle point between where you can just feel a bit more relaxed. Deepening the inhales, the exhales. As you inhale, make sure that you're expanding through the belly. And as you exhale, the navel draws towards the spine, and again, feel that grounding sensation. Spending a few minutes here Just trying to lengthen the inhales, lengthen the exhales. If you're familiar with this practice, you may want to bring Ujjayi breath in here. If you don't know what that is, don't worry, just continue with deep, long breaths. Try and bring a gentle smile to the lips, a softness in the cheekbones, the eyes, the eyebrows. Bring yourself into this moment. Notice the space you are in. And if any thought starts to come in to try and rein you away, notice the wandering that's happening and bring yourself back to the breath. And I invite you now to just gently bring the hands to the heart center. This is known as the gesture of Anjali Mudra. So you're just gently pressing the palms together, no force in the hands, just gentle contact. Lifting the elbows, again opening through the chest, bringing the thumbs into the heart space. And we are just taking a moment here in this center point to balance, to connect with the heart space, the Anahata chakra. And just during this practice, just keep your focus on the heart space. Working through your practice with Ahimsa. Ahimsa is non-violence towards yourself and others, and that goes for your practice. So if you're pushing too far, just become aware of that. Be kind to yourself and just rein it in a little bit. So this isn't about how deep we can go into anything. It's about the feeling of sensation. It's about feeling comfort. Yoga is about just feeling comfortable, feeling good. We don't want to come into postures and feel tense. So that's going to have the complete opposite effect. We want to allow ourselves to gently fall in with effort. We don't want to become lazy, but it's about finding the middle ground between pushing too far and also just not giving it any effort whatsoever. So just bear that in mind during this gentle practice. And taking one more deep inhale here and a deep exhale. If you want to join in the Om, we will do this now. If you don't, then don't worry. Inhaling for Om. Taking a moment to just notice the vibrations in the body. The sound of the Om. And just very softly open the eyes. Take an inhale, take the arms up, really reaching for the sky, but also try not to bring the arms into the ears. So opening through the chest. Either palms are together or palms are a little distance apart, whatever is more comfortable. So find that comfort, that sthira, that sukham, that comfort and stability at the same time. As you exhale, slowly open up through the chest. Palms just slowly touch the floor. Inhale again, bring the arms up, spread through the fingers, and then hold there. Inhale to reach, maybe take the gaze up. Exhale to lower. Inhale, take the arms up, and then join the hands together, interlace the fingers, press through, take the gaze up, stay there for a few breaths. Inhale, find that length, and then exhale as you bring the hands forward, all the way down. Inhale, take the arms forward, reach. Exhale, open out through the arms and press the chest forward. Maybe take the head back. Inhale, forward, bring the arms up. Open out, just have a roll through the shoulders. Exhale to center. So we're going to work through some seated cat-cow. So you can stay on your block. I'm just going to remove mine. Hands to the knees. And as you inhale, you're just going to draw the navel in towards the spine. Bring the shoulder blades together, drop the chin to chest. Exhale, press the chest forward, draw the shoulder blades together at the back. Maybe take the head back if it's comfortable. Inhale, round through. Exhale, take the head back, press the chest. Inhale, draw the navel in. Exhale, take the head back. And one more time, inhale. Exhale, this time take the arms around to the back and you're taking the hands as close to the back as you can, either palms to the floor or just fingertips to the floor. So as you inhale, just press the hands or the fingers into the floor, lift the hips, press the chest forward, take the head back. As you exhale, draw yourself back down to the floor, find that nice lift, that nice center. Inhale again, press the chest forward, take the head back. Exhale, back down to the floor. One more time, inhale, press. Exhale, back down to the floor. And then just taking your feet, if you can, into a butterfly position. So palms, not palms, soles of your feet together. So you don't have to bring the heels right into the body. You can have them into a diamond shape, whatever is more comfortable. If you can, wrap your fingers around the toes and just gently rock through the knees. So we're going to eventually try and let them soften. Again, if you need blocks under the knees, that's fine. So pressing your sit bones into the floor, again, find that lift in the spine. Try and draw the chest forward, shoulder blades back slightly, rocking through the knees. Take an inhale here, find a lift. And as you exhale, again, you're going to lean forward, only as far as is comfortable. Gently fold. If you can come a bit lower, you might want to bring the elbows and press them into the legs, drop the head wherever it falls. Staying there for a couple of breaths. Try and find that length in the spine. So if you can only come so far, that's absolutely fine. Just make sure that you are lengthening through the crown of the head. Keeping the sit bones in contact with the floor, aiming to press the knees gently. So this is a quite a deep hip opening. So if you're feeling any sensations that aren't nice in the hips or in the inner legs, just go with awareness. So find that point of comfort, but also knowing that you are working. So you're going to feel some postures are uncomfortable, but notice the difference between discomfort and pain. So you never want to cross the barrier and go into pain. But staying with any discomfort, working with the breath. If it becomes too much, just slowly come out. One more inhale. And as you exhale, rise back up. Let the knees come together. Use your hands, just gently take the legs out in front. Give them a bit of a shake, a bit of a tap. And then just pulling one of your, it doesn't matter which one of your feet into your body. So again, you're either going to take the sole of your foot as close to the top of your leg, or you might have it lower down the leg. It doesn't matter where it is. Just make sure that then your hips are facing the front. So you don't want to be hips in line with the folded leg. You want your hips in line with the extended leg. So it might take a bit of a shuffling around. Find that nice stretch through the extended leg. See if you can flare your toes. So rather than us activate the whole foot, we want to try and separate the toes just like our fingers. It's quite hard to do, takes again practice. And your toes are facing up, so the sole of your foot is forward, active foot, active leg. Again, if you need support for that knee, just place a block or a cushion under that knee. and take your hands either side of your legs. So we're just going to creep down slowly. So bearing in mind we haven't really done any warming up yet. So you might not be able to go far, but we're just going to, again, notice how we are. Even if we're just coming here, it doesn't matter. So you're still gaining the stretch from this posture. So before you fold down, don't think of taking the head down to the leg. You're bringing your chest and your belly, your chest and your belly towards the thigh. So think of bringing the belly down first, keeping the gaze forward. If you start to look down, you're going to eventually just drop the head, which is the opposite to what you want to do. Making sure as well before you fold that you're pressing the sit bones down into the floor, drawing the navel in and creating a bit of a hollowing out through the abdomen. So it's almost like you're lifting and hollowing out, and that kind of brings a sense of lift and grounding at the same time. As you inhale, try and get that action. And as you exhale, slowly, slowly creep forward. If the belly relaxes and comes out, again, draw it into the navel. So inhale as you find length, exhale as you fold. Find your edge, don't go too far. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Maybe grabbing hold of the toe or the back of the foot. Just make sure here that you're not doing this action of dropping the head. Keep the gaze to the toes. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Staying wherever you are for a few breaths. Try not to let any tension come into the shoulders, so relax here. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, slowly come all the way up. Exhale, release. And then switch legs. So notice the difference on either side. One side will always feel slightly different to the other, and it will be different obviously possibly each time as well. So first of all, just making sure that your hips are facing the extended leg, flaring through the toes. Activate this leg. Don't let this leg here be lazy as well, so keep the feet on this leg active. And then again, releasing the hands to the floor, finding that grounding through the sit bones. Gentle lifting of the abdomen, so this lifting, hollowing out, drawing the navel in. Relax the shoulders, inhale, find that length. Exhale as you fold. So just bit by bit. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Oh yeah, this is my tight side. Feel it straight away. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And just remember that we are doing this when the body is quite cold, so please don't push too far. Staying there for a couple more breaths. And then inhale, slowly come all the way up. Bring the legs together into butterfly, give them a bit more shake. And then we're just going to roll ourselves around to our hands and knees. So bring yourself into a tabletop position now. So making sure that your hands are directly underneath your elbows directly underneath your shoulders, pressing the tops of the feet into the floor. So it's quite difficult without a mirror to find this nice straight back. So try to draw the navel in, press through the hands, make sure your fingers are nice and spread. Take your gaze down and just imagine pressing and lifting without a rounding sensation. So your hips are drawing back, but you're not sticking the bottom out because that will arch your back. And then your gaze is down. So if we gaze forward, we tend to arch the back. So your gaze is down, your navel is drawn in, your hands and your arms are active. Your knees are hip distance apart, finding that straight back position. And again, try not to rock forward. And we're just going to work through a couple of cat-cows. So as you inhale, drop the belly, look forward. As you exhale, round through, drawing the navel in, press through the hands, round through the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, look forward. Exhale, round through. Inhale, drop the belly, look forward. And this time as you exhale, draw the big toes together, knees out wide. And slowly sink yourself down towards the heels. So arms are out in front. And then drop the forehead to the floor. And just rotate or rock side to side through the forehead. So we're going to massage that vagus nerve in the forehead. So if you've got a headache or you're feeling quite tense, this is a lovely thing to do. And just deepen the breath here. One more breath. And then as you inhale, press the hands into the floor. Draw the knees back to your tabletop and curl the toes under. Take a few rocks forward and backwards, not far, just gently. Just finding a bit of ease in the body. Maybe circulate through the hips. Staying with the breath. And then keeping the toes curled under, you're going to press through the hands, lift up, keep the knees bent here for just a moment, staying here for a few breaths, draw the navel in and start to slowly lift the hips higher. So staying on your tiptoes for now, even if you're happy to release the heels, just stay here for now. And you're going to bring your attention to the arms. So pressing through the hands, making sure that you're not drawing the elbows in. So create space through the shoulders. Pressing through the hands, spreading through the fingers. Make sure the whole weight comes through all parts of the hands. So you want to create a bandha, which is a lock in the hands. Your hands stay fixed to the ground. Start to then cycle the legs. Nice and slow. So if this is your first downward facing dog of today, then just be gentle with yourself. If you're new to downward facing dog, this is a very challenging posture. It took me a long time to appreciate this pose. So just go easy. And then finding a bit of stillness. So you're either going to be on your tiptoes with your knees bent, and if your legs are feeling quite tense or your hamstrings are tight, try not to straighten the legs, so bend the knees. As you bend the knees, focus on drawing the chest towards the thighs. So even if you're in downward facing dog regularly and the pose comes quite easy to you, maybe just have a variation here. So bend the knees, drop the chest to the thighs, press into the hands. Drawing the navel in, lifting the hips. Shuffle through the neck, say yes, no. And then take an inhale. And as you exhale fully, start to look forward and walk your way to the top of the mat. So bringing your hands into ragdoll, so grabbing hold of the elbows or even the back of the head. Just be mindful that you're not going into the neck. So grab hold of the elbows, bend the knees really nice and deep. Legs are hip distance apart or a little bit wider. Drop the head, shuffle side to side. Looking through the legs, rocking back, forth, side to side. Really deep bend in the knees. And then as you inhale, slowly start to roll up, keeping the hands as they are. Head is the last thing to come up, and then taking the arms up over the head. Stretching the arms, opening through the arms, the chest. Taking the arms behind your back now, interlacing the hands, making a fist. And then take your hands down the back as if you're reaching for the ground, maybe arching through the back if it's comfortable to do so. Take the head back. Inhale as you become straight again. Draw the elbows or hands up to the back and then press them into the lower back. So you're just taking your palms, pressing them into the sacrum, the lower back. And again, inhale as you press the chest open through the chest, the heart space, expand, drawing the shoulder blades together, and again, take the head back. Inhale as you come forward, bend the knees, drop the arms, and exhale. Stay there. Inhale, lift up, again reaching through the arms, bring the palms together. Exhale, hands come to heart space. So just heel toe your feet together. So keeping the hands in the heart space, drawing the thumbs into the chest. So we're coming into, or it should be in our Tadasana now. So you're spreading through the feet, softening through the knees, but you want a bit of a micro bend in the knees. So your tailbone is facing down. So you want to have a feel of the hips. If this is new to you, it's quite good to have a feel of the hips and rock the hips back and forth. So find your center point and stay there. Tailbone drops down. Navel draws in towards the spine. Feel a gentle lift into the chest, opening through the heart space, hands to the center. Rooting down through your feet. Almost visualize roots growing from your feet, staying strong. Deep inhale here. Deep exhale. So we're going to flow through a couple of rounds of sun salutations. But with adding a few little extras in there just to gain a bit more of a stretch. So as you inhale, take the arms up. Staying here. So notice that in my posture, I've got quite an arch in my back, so immediately my back is arching. So don't think that that's what it should look like, it's just the way my body is. So you want to be able to reach up. Keep grounding. Try not to press the belly forward and come into an arch. Just lift up. Create space in the shoulder blades. Join the palms together or shoulder distance apart. Take the gaze up. As you exhale, fold forward. So you're hinging from the hips and then all the way down to your forward fold. Again, don't strain the hamstrings. Bend the knees, especially if this is first thing in the morning. Just be kind. Remember, working with our Ahimsa. Be kind to yourself. Drop the head. Staying here for a few breaths. So we're going to bring a bit of fire into the thighs, the belly now, coming into our chair pose. So as you inhale, bend the knees nice and deep. Sweep the arms up. Coming into chair pose. So you want to be able to look down, see your big toes. Again, just press or try and lengthen through the back, tucking the tailbone under. Taking the arms up. If taking them up is too much for your shoulders, just keep them forward. Take the gaze up or forward, whatever is more comfortable. Staying here for a few breaths. Draw the navel in. Lift through the arms. Pressing through the feet. Try not to let the knees come in towards each other, so you should have straight posture through the legs. Take a look down if you need to. One more breath, lengthen. And as you exhale, fold forward. Inhale to halfway lift, so lengthen the spine, either fingertips to the floor, or if that's too much and you're rounding through the spine trying to do that, draw the hands below the knee or above the knee. So you're working at length in the spine, not just being able to fold. Length in the spine. Gaze forward. As you exhale, drop the hands and just step back with one leg and drop the knee to the floor. So step back with your right leg, knee to the floor. Keeping the toes curled under of the back leg. Make sure that you're shifting your front leg forward slightly. So you want to be able to have the knee above the ankle. You don't want to be here or too far forward. Knee above the ankle, hands either side of the foot. Look forward, lift the chest off of the thigh. Staying there for a breath or two. And as you exhale, step back into downward facing dog. Again, if you need to have a little pedal with the legs, feel free to do so. And then come to stillness. So if your hamstrings are still tight, just bend through the knees. Otherwise, find your comfortable position. Lift the hips up high. Press through the hands. Draw the navel in. Release through the neck. One more breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to step the right leg up to the top of the mat. Drop the left knee to the floor. Keep the toes curled under. Readjust if you need to make sure your knee is above the ankle. Make sure the knee isn't rotating inwards or outwards. Hands to the floor, maybe come up to the fingertips. Lift the chest, look forward. Couple of breaths here. And as you exhale, step the left foot to join the top. Inhale, halfway lift, find length. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. And then exhale, hands to heart space. Bringing yourself to the top of your mat. Root yourself down through your feet. Close your eyes for a moment. Take an inhale and an exhale. And just coming into a few more postures as we go through. So as you inhale, take the arms up. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to your plank. So a high plank position, spread through the fingers. Spike the heels to the back of the room. Maybe have a few rocks. And then stay here. Draw the navel in towards the spine. On your next inhale, lift the right leg. Not too high, just a gentle lift. As you exhale, bring the knee towards the nose. As you inhale, take the leg straight. As you exhale, knee towards the nose. Inhale, leg straight. Exhale, knee towards the nose. Inhale, lift the leg all the way up, three-legged dog. Come onto the tiptoes of your left foot. And then as you exhale, drop the foot over to the side behind your back. Try and open through the hips. So try not to lean over to the side. Your hands are fixed on the floor. Your head is in line with the spine. Just opening through that hip, staying there. Circling through the foot. And then circling the other way. Stay there, you've got it. Inhale, straighten that leg. And then exhale, step it all the way up. Coming to a high lunge now. So find your balance. And then inhale, gently bring the arms up. We're not going to hold this too long, just having a stretch. Take the gaze up. If you feel comfortable, exhale, hands down to the floor. Step back to your downward facing dog. One breath here, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees and step to the top of the mat into your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, palms to touch. Exhale, knock things on the floor. Hands come down. Few breaths here. And staying there with the breaths. And then we're we're going to go through that on the other side. Open the eyes, take an inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, step back to your plank, high plank. So make sure that you feel comfortable, so maybe just rocking back and forth, gaining some comfort, gaining stability. Inhale, lift the left leg up, just a little bit off the ground. Exhale, bend the knee to the nose. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale again, lift, take it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, take the leg all the way up, coming up to the tiptoes of your right leg, making sure your hips are square. And when I say square, I just mean that you're not shifting over to the side. Fixing through your hand, grounding through that right toes. And then take the left toes, drop them behind you. Maybe look at your toes, see if you can see them. Staying there for a few breaths. Circling through the ankle one way and the other way. Coming to stillness now, maybe opening up through the hip a little deeper. And then inhale, take the leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Keeping the right toes curled under, make sure you're secure in your foundations. Inhale, come to the fingertips, look forward. We're going to come up to a high lunge. Exhale, feel a sense of grounding and security. As you inhale, reach up. Keep the gaze forward or maybe lift the gaze. Again, try not to bring the shoulders up and squeeze the ears, open through the chest. Stay there, one breath. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Step back to downward facing dog. Just a couple of breaths here, nearly done. Again, lift the heels, bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root through your feet, rise up. Final time, palms to touch. Stay there. Reaching through, take the gaze up if you can. Find that space again between the shoulders. Root down through your feet. One more breath. Inhale, reach, and then exhale. Hands to heart center. Close the eyes. Take a couple of breaths. Inhaling through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And again. And then when you are ready, find your way down to the floor. If you want to bring a bit more power into it, you can flow through vinyasa. But otherwise, just slowly take yourself down, back to your cross-legged position. Or legs out in front. And when you arrive there, again, just find your sit bones through your knee. As you inhale, find that length in the spine, lifting right through the crown of the head. Take another deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And when you're ready, I gently invite you to bring your hands back to the heart space, connecting with our Anahata chakra. And just taking a moment to reflect on your practice. Did you work with Ahimsa? Did you push too far? Did you maybe not push enough? And whatever the practice has brought you today, hopefully you didn't have any frustrations, but if you did, just again, accept them, notice them for what they are. knowing that whatever happened in that practice is meant to be. And take a moment here to just be grateful for where you are today. Be grateful for the practice of yoga, for your body, for your breath. I invite you here to just make your own gentle moment of gratitude. And offering the fruits of this practice to whoever you deem higher than yourself, or just whoever you think needs some love and care, in the hope that it benefits all sentient beings. I'm just going to end the practice with an Om. If you want to, take an inhale and an exhale. Inhaling for Om. Well done, guys. Namaste.